Now, Bill Belichick's legacy and that of the Patriots dynasty is forever cemented in NFL history, evidenced by the streaks that came to an end Sunday. The streak of 10-win seasons, division titles, playoff appearances are all no more and were all the longest in league history. Also, the Patriots will not finish with a winning record for the first time since 2000. That streak is only the second longest of all time. Rob, let me start with you because you've been a part of that organization. Try to put into perspective what this run says about the organization.
Well, we'll never see it again. I know in my lifetime I'll never see another team with a run like the Patriots have had, and I was blessed to have 8 years of that run underneath my belt. So, look, I think it was awesome for the fans of New England. If you're a Patriot fan, everyone out there, I understand this year has been difficult. It's been tough, but the last 20 years were pretty awesome. And when you're in the playoffs every single year, it's exciting. So it's odd to be here and you turn on the radio and it's not talking about the Patriots moving on into the playoffs or what their seeding is going to be for the playoffs. It's just such a weird feeling around here. It really is. So it wasn't going to last forever, but it was a heck of a run.
Tim, they've been in the playoffs for so long now, and they've made it look easy at times in that particular division, but it is very difficult to do, clearly. What's your take on what Belichick and the Patriots were able to do during that streak of playoff appearances?
Well, I mean, what they accomplished during that stretch is remarkable. I mean, look, you're talking about, what'd you say, not a winning record since 2000? You're talking about 2 decades in a league that it's hard to accomplish nearly impossible, to be quite honest with you about it. And I think there's been so many different, people that have, been part of it, players, coaches, with success, people leave, good players, good coaches, and they've seemed to weather the storm and come back and, find a way to make it work no matter what. Even a year without Brady, even though they don't make it to the postseason, they're a double-digit win team. So this has been surprising for me. I think there have been a lot of, talk prior to the season about some of the challenges, some of the roster issues that they may have, especially the receiver position. But adding Cam Newton, I thought it would go drastically different than it's gone this season.
And a lot of talk was that roster situation in New England was one of the reasons that Tom Brady felt it was a good time for him to go into Tampa, and looks like he's going to be in the playoffs. But the Patriots will not be, and this is what the playoff picture looks like right now in the AFC. Chiefs, Bills have already clinched their divisions. Steelers could join them if the Browns, and only if the Browns lose to the Giants later tonight in prime time. All right, so with that picture in front of us, Rob, let me start with you in terms of takeaways that you saw on Sunday as we get closer and closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, so my takeaway is Josh Allen's a real deal, and Stephon Diggs was the best acquisition of the NFL. Them getting Stephon Diggs with Buffalo and having Josh Allen come into being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It's been a really great marriage, and Stephon Diggs is breaking franchise records right now. So they have a chance to go into the playoffs and make some noise. I think the Buffalo Bills could surprise some people in the playoffs.
Yeah, Allen's definitely made a leap in this season, and that's why some people are trying to say, he should be in that MVP talk as well. Tim, what about you? What do you see on Sunday?
Well, first I want to say this. I remember the Cleo Lemon to Greg Camarillo pass, Rob, and I was celebrating for you as well. I remember who threw the pass, and I wasn't even a part of that team, so it does mean something to those guys. Look, my takeaway is the Chicago Bears. They're not done yet, and they're playing some pretty good football right now. And I think that when you look at their remaining schedule, game against Jacksonville upcoming, and then Green Bay in what potentially could be, a game that doesn't mean anything for Green Bay. Look, I wouldn't count Chicago out just yet. It's a good defense. They're well coached on that side of the ball. I think, Trubisky maybe a different perspective after some time on the bench, and his athleticism can make them unique to defend. So Chicago Bears, don't count them out just yet.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.